Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, you guys know the drill. If you guys please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a comment down below, I don't care what it is, it super helps the channel out. Now it's Sunday, we're back in the shop. Carmen's actually out of town, so I decided to come in on the weekend, try to get some things done, pick away at some things. And if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys have been rocking with me for a while, I super appreciate you guys. Love the support. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. The channel's just growing rapidly. I haven't been uploading a lot of content as far as videos, but I have been utilizing the reels and the shorts option quite a bit, and that's been helping the channel quite a bit, giving you guys a quick little preview of little things here and there, bits and pieces of what's going on. But we are getting ready to get a lot of these projects out of the shop and actually get out and enjoy them. A lot of people on Instagram really loved the Jetta, the Fast and Furious Jetta that we just recently completed, and it's been performing really well. So we're gonna get this car out and get a lot of content. We are still planning on turboing the Del Sol, guys. I am taking some measurements. We're gonna try to do a top mount intercooler setup. So we are gonna be running some hood risers, and so I am taking some measurements. We're getting ready to kind of get some parts put together, click order, and get them here. And of course, we'll get some content. But we've been super busy with customer repairs and jobs inside the shop. You can see here, I still have the Nissan Xterra on the lift. I got one day to start working on it. And after that, I got busy. And for the last 3 weeks, it's just been a full 40 to 50 hour week, just busy, 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 busy. So anyways, we still got the Nova as well. Teo went ahead and pretty much got the entire interior of the car, the firewall, the dash, everything all prepped out, door jambs. We're getting ready to go ahead and get that sealed up and painted. And then we'll go ahead and assemble the car and proceed forward with prepping the exterior and getting it painted as well. But for now, it's just kind of sitting there. We need to get back to this soon. I'm hoping to get a couple days on it this next week, and we'll get it kind of repaired and hopefully wrapped up, and we'll go from there. There's probably still a couple of last minute things I want to do to it before we put it up for sale, yeah, it's just been super busy, guys. But anyways, hope you guys really loved the Jetta content. I believe there's about 18 to 19 videos in a playlist, pretty much from the start to finish, from the moment we pulled the car in. I gave you guys about 18 videos worth of content, of updates across the entire build. It took us about 10 to 11 months to complete the build. We pretty much did a full restoration of the vehicle. We still plan on doing the interior up after the season, but we want to get this car out to some car shows and really, really enjoy it. So there you guys have it. Like I said, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I wanted to turbo the Del Sol for you guys, and that's still coming. I don't have parts yet, but they are coming. But with Carmen out of town, I decided to go ahead and get her car, the Acura RDX, in. And we recently picked up this vehicle a few months ago. I did do a video introducing it to the channel, and we've really, really enjoyed this car. This was our replacement to our Honda CR-V that recently got totaled, and we loved that car. Did a lot of work to that car. Well, this is pretty much the Acura equivalent of the Honda CR-V, and it's just better all the way around. Cosmetically, the interior is better. It's faster, more power. It's got a K23 turbo. And overall, when we got the car, the maintenance records, everything looked good. The interior was nice. The engine was nice. It had all original panels, but it had a couple cosmetic paint repairs here and there along the way. And it just wasn't really quite up to par, and I was really unhappy with some of the paint work that was done on it. There was lots of little dings. The mirrors were pretty busted up. They had done a repair down here and actually melted the paint on this body line. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera or not, but you can kind of see this foggy line. They utilized this body line with a special feather tape and probably a melting agent, and it just honestly does not look good. Looks awful. So they did a really bad job melting that right there. Lots of dings. You can see we have a lot of them marked out. Some wavy body lines on the bodywork. We got more damage. You can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but we got dirt in the paint. which happens, but you know, you usually want to come back and cut and polish that out. And then the color difference on the panel, this metallic color, you know, if you're not spraying at the right air pressure, can really change the look of the color. So it's very inconsistent. Same thing with the hood. They got a little body work in the hood. Now they are all original panels. I checked the VIN number on each panel to make sure this thing wasn't in any major accidents or anything. So overall, cosmetically, it was a decent looking car. It was shiny. It was all one color. It wasn't like anything was hanging off or anything, but it just was pretty much rough all the way around. And I decided that, you know, instead of just fixing half of it in the bumpers, we went ahead and just tore it all down, and we're gonna go ahead and paint the whole thing. So between Sean and I, we got the whole car torn apart on Friday, and we are getting ready to start in on the bodywork. And when it all goes back together, I do have the factory Acura OEM roof rack to go on. I do plan on doing the original color. It's kind of like a pewtery silver. It's not silver, but it's not pewter either. It's kind of in between. The color kind of grew on us after some time, after we tinted the taillights, tinted the windows, and of course through these 2016 to 2021 Honda Civic sport wheels. Once we threw those on, the color actually grew on us, and I might do a little bit of a twist on the color. I did order some angel dust metallic flake. I got some silver metallic flake and the holographic metallic flake. I'm gonna do a few spray outs this week when I get it, and overlay that over the OEM color to try to give it a little extra effect. Now, it probably won't change the color so much like in the shadows or at night or inside the shop with fluorescent lighting and stuff, but in the sun, it's gonna give that extra little twinkle and kind of like a diamond does. And so trying to give it a little extra spice on top of, because this is a lot of work just to paint the OEM color. Of course, I don't want to door jam it, so we are trying to keep it the same color, but I thought I'd give it a little bit of a twist. We'll see how the spray outs look. I can't guarantee I'm going to do it or not, but if the spray outs look good and it gives it that extra effect that I'm hoping it does, we'll go ahead and lay some of that angel dust flake over the whole car, and we'll see how that comes out. So I will be updating you guys, of course, when the project is done, and we plan on having this wrapped up in the next week and a half or so. And I don't know if I've showed you guys yet, but the Civic sport wheels look awesome, guys. Now you can see there, we do have some 25mm spacers, and we did get some Acura OEM center caps to replace the Honda ones, but absolutely in love with these wheels, guys. They are the same size as the stock wheels, so overall everything's the same, looks the same, rides beautiful. They did fit without the spacers, but they definitely sat inside quite a bit. They didn't rub or anything. It did feel a little bit funny driving, but once we put the spacers on, it just literally gave it just a perfect stance. We probably could have went a hair more, but honestly, looking down the side, guys, you can see those 25mm spacers are pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell, but anyways, guys, this is a beautiful car. I want to fix this car up to prevent us from having to buy a new RDX. I really want one of the new 2022s, 2023s Acura RDX A-specs, but they want a lot of money for them right now, and this car is still good on the eyes, and it's a great car. So we're going to do all the preventative maintenance to keep this thing on the road for years to come, and of course giving it a full refresh. You know, we got the updated wheels, we're going to put the roof rack on it, and we're going to get quite a few more years out of this vehicle. And of course, we don't have a payment, so investing a little bit into this vehicle makes total sense versus going and getting a car payment and having a brand new car. That's just going to depreciate, and of course, after a couple years, that brand new car is actually 2 years old. So there you have it. We're getting ready to start in on the bodywork tomorrow. I might actually probably do this rear lift gate. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a couple dents and get some of these. You can see the emblems from the removal. The eraser just pretty much ate right into the plastic. So good thing I didn't try to ever debadge it, because we would have had to repaint that lower panel, but we're painting anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I might as well have plenty of time today. Go ahead and get this rear door at least prepped out, fixed, and we'll go ahead and get it in some high build primer. Now inside the spray booth, I have already set up ready to go and repaired our bumpers. Now these are OEM bumpers. Replacements are pretty pricey. There was lots of little scrapes and little rock chips and stuff like that. You can kind of see from sitting on the stand, it actually kind of popped, started separating itself because it is a two-part bumper. Once I took out the center grills here, it just kind of started falling apart. I really don't want to pull it apart and have a two-piece. I may or may not paint it separately, but I actually want to just kind of get it popped back together. I'll prime it and we'll prep it and probably paint it just as one, to tell you the truth. But it did have a pretty good scrape right there. So we are going to go ahead and get these in high build today, as well as potentially that rear door. Now the rear bumper has had some repairs on it before. You can see some filler. I didn't want to totally do their body work, but I did dig it out a little bit, fix up a couple spots, and there was 2 cracks. There was one here by the exhaust, and there was one here underneath the mud flap. We went ahead and used some 3M repair shield, or some 3M repair material and some mesh reinforcement, and we went ahead and fixed up a few of the spots to get a good backing. Plenty of reinforcement there, and gave ourselves a good surface to do a repair on. You can see here around this light hole, it was a little bit rough, so I kind of dug that out a little bit, and we're going to bury that in high build, and it should look just fine when we're all done. But anyways, we are going to start out with getting these bumpers primered. We'll probably get that rear door primered as well. Chances are we're going to be doing a parts batch. We're going to probably paint in about 3 different sections. We're going to do a parts batch, which will include like the bumpers and the mirrors and the door handles. And then we'll end up doing the roof and maybe the rear door at once. And then after that, we'll do the sides of the vehicle with the hood. So we'll do about 3 batches to make it easier. And of course, if we do that angel dust flake, we'll definitely have to make sure we kind of record the amount that we are putting on, and that way we have a good consistent look across the board. But there you have it, guys. Like I said, door handles. So door handles on the RDX do come chrome. Normally I like chrome door handles if there's chrome on the car. In this case, there was no chrome except for the emblems on the vehicle, and the chrome door handles were just out of place. Now on the Honda CR-V, which is the equivalent on the Honda side, it actually has a chrome garnish going around the entire glass, which looked really, really good in my opinion. And it had painted the match door handles. Now when I got the Acura, it has black around the windows, which is kind of weird for Acura because you think they would have a little more chrome being luxury. But then it just had these gaudy chrome door handles just in the middle of the panel. And I just don't understand why. And I figured they need to go paint matched. So painting chrome can be very difficult, but you can see here, I got all the door handles here taken off, and they are kind of pitted up a little bit. They are chrome, they're very slick, but what we do in this case is we pretty much rough them up really good, 80 grit, 180, and we'll probably put a couple coats of high build on them, and then we'll prep them out and paint them. So hopefully they hold up. They do make covers that stick on that we could have painted as well, but I think we got a pretty good plan on what to do here. We've done it before and it seems to have worked just fine. So we are going to be prepping all these door handles out and painting them to match the vehicle. We're getting rid of the chrome door handles because it just does not look right when there's no chrome on the rest of the car. And then mirrors. When we got the vehicle, the lady that was probably driving it probably backed out of her garage and whacked the mirrors probably every other day. Well, anyways, you can see here, one of them was just literally just like glued and epoxied together, scratched, paint touch up here. They worked, but they're just in really rough shape. And then our driver's side one, same thing. It's all busted. It was rattling when you drive down the freeway, and just overall in really rough condition. And I did reach out once on the Facebook group trying to see if anybody was selling any OEM good used mirrors. Nobody replied. I tried to look on like eBay and stuff, and everybody kind of wanted $200 to $300 for one freaking mirror that had scrapes and rock chips on it. And so yeah, unfortunately I couldn't find a good set of OEM mirrors, so we did fall back to our aftermarket supplier. carparts.com, and they had a set of power heated mirrors for the 09 Acura RDX, and they're a little bit dirty right now because they're already prepped out, but they actually look really good. They look identical to the OEM. I don't see any build differences. I can't see any difference in the quality. We are also going to go ahead and paint the entire mirror. Now if you look at the OEM mirror here, there is a separation where there's black. Now to do that is okay, but you have to lay a piece of fine line tape, and I just kind of thought that was a lot of monkeying around. We're already gonna have to fine line around the light, and I really just don't think I want to leave the inside there black. So we are just gonna go ahead and just paint out the entire mirror, which I think will look just fine. And you can see here is the passenger one. Says the objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Honestly, everything looks really good, guys. Very good quality. So one of the best aftermarket mirrors I think I've ever seen. The harness even looks nice. So hopefully they work. These are pretty much toast, so I don't think we have an option. So I guess as long as these things bolt up and they're painted to match, I think they'll be just fine. It's not like we really adjust them very often, and obviously they should work. But there you guys have it. So today I'm going to go ahead and get those bumpers in high build and probably go ahead and start repairing this rear gate, and we'll go ahead and possibly get this in high build as well, which just kind of narrows down the job for Sean this week. He's going to get started. I want him to focus on the rest of the body and not have to worry about the bumpers and possibly even this rear door if I get time. So appreciate you guys rocking with me. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys like, what you don't like. I've been trying to post frequently in the community section. We got lots of videos planned, guys. If you guys haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ooh, like LeBron though, or like Bonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.